Hi! Long time no see, kind of.
Yeah.
Updates!
Updates.
It's been a hot minute since we've done an actual full-length real video.
Yeah.
Probably 2 months, I think, now.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh.
So, I think we've been here now 4 months. How long have we been on the property officially?
It
3,
was
4 months?
right after my birthday. Right before my birthday.
Right before
so
your birthday?
April, May, June. We're going into month 4.
We're going into month 3. May.
All of May, or all of April. It was the beginning of April, before my birthday. So we had all the rest of April, all of May, all of June. It's been 3. We're going into our
to 4. Okay. So it's been a hot minute. So we've been here about almost 4 months. We are really just learning how to live here, I think.
Still figuring things out, for sure.
I think for all of our excitement and all of our readiness, the challenges finally hit us hard, I think.
We planned for a lot that didn't happen and didn't plan for a lot that has happened, I think.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of emergencies the first half of this year that has just kind of kept delaying. It delayed our move on to the property early on. It has definitely decimated our budget. It has put us in a position we absolutely didn't expect. I feel like we have been very good and stayed on budget for the most part.
Right.
But everything right now, and in the last 6 months to a year, has just...
It's expensive to live.
It is expensive
anywhere you are, unless you are already established and growing your own food and harvesting your own food.
That's very true. That's very true. One of the challenges, I guess, of having a vacant property and starting from scratch is we're quite literally starting from scratch. To save money, we've been harvesting our own wood here on the property, and we're trying to utilize that to build our buildings that we need to build in the next few months. We need to put up a catio, we need to get a chicken coop done, and we need a shed, doghouse kind of situation for our well pump.
Yeah. I mean, the catio was supposed to be project number 1 when we got here, and trying to keep the RV cool enough for the cats it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
No, you're right. It has been. There's been a lot of challenges that we've had. So just even getting onto the property, we had delay in getting our well installed. That was a little more than originally quoted. So yeah, there were challenges getting us moved onto the property, like our well was delayed in getting installed. So that kept us a couple months at the RV park that, we were paying for.
Right.
Our car broke down, died after we tried desperately to fix it. We were told it was this, so we fixed this, and then we were told it was this, and so we fixed that, and then it was supposed to be this, and so we fixed that, and it wasn't none of those things, and it's dead. So as of right now, we have a contract to have it sold to a company, and I've gotten a fantastic quote, but I still feel like it's a scam. So we may have a little money coming in, or
not,
or we may be out more money. And the car.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
You always look so much taller than me.
I am a little taller than you.
You're a little, but not that much.
We had the cat situation with Dora getting really, really sick. And then now here on the property, because it's so hot right now, because of our power situation, our solar power station isn't strong enough for us to run our air conditioner on. So we have to use the generator to run the AC. The generator's not now working.
Nope.
So we have no access to air conditioning at all.
I think I've said it. We can find ways to stay cool and not overheat, but it's the cats. That's the concerning area.
Yeah. We have I've been putting down like rags with ice packs in them, so the cats could lay on those at least, and there's lots of extra ice water around. Thank goodness our freezer works. Our fridge does not. So one of the quirks, it seems, with our fridge situation is because we're only on propane, because we don't have the power situation to allow it to be on auto, because it pulls like 300 watts of power, and that's so much right now. So it's running on propane alone. So the fridge part of our refrigerator is not working. So we are living out of 2 coolers and a freezer that's probably this big.
Truth.
And it's not good. We're going into town every other day for more ice because everything melts so quickly. So that's annoying. But we did get the solar up on the solar panels up actually onto the container, and they are doing much better there. We're able to pull in more power from that location.
Still not quite as much as we would like, but
no.
To get more, we'd have to cut more trees, but it's the trees that are giving shade to the RV to help keep it a little bit cooler. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the truck that we had to buy when the car broke down and died, that's been acting up and was kind of overheating a little bit. You did a flush and things seem to be doing better.
Not great, but definitely better. I'm not as concerned while driving it. We'll find out this coming week.
Oh, that's right, because you have to go. She has to drive over an hour. She got a job. Yay. Half of us is traditionally employed.
Yay.
Because we can't leave. We both can't leave the RV during the day because it's so hot, and we have no access to air conditioning, and we can't close up the cats in what's essentially a big car.
Yeah.
Without any air conditioning. So the deal was she was going to find a job outside of the homestead, but she did.
Finally. It only took 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Of constant applications, but I finally heard something from the one that we really wanted me to get.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
gotta go do paperwork and background check for that this week. But like you were gonna say, I have to drive a little over an hour away to go do the fingerprinting and everything that I need to do for it. So we'll see how well the truck does.
Yeah.
The actual job isn't far. It's, I think, 15-20 minutes from here.
But you have to do all the paperwork stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the city.
In the big city even, compared to where we are.
I've never been there.
Oh, I have.
I know you
I have. Yeah, I just had to think about it. Yeah, I have. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely been way more challenging. Than either of like none of that you expect. None of, I didn't expect to lose so much food because of our refrigerator situation. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
And we even had a repair guy out, and they changed out the thermistor, and it seemed to do the freezer great, but
Yeah.
it still doesn't do anything to the fridge. So,
And he recommended defrosting the entire thing, and we finally did, and it seems like that actually made it worse. So, yay!
yeah. Yeah. And so the generator, all the easy quick fixes, free fixes that we could find, we've done and have not been successful. So all the next fixes cost money that we just don't have right now. So thankfully our neighbor has been working a lot. So we've had access to his generator quite a bit, because that's the only, using a generator is the only way we can get our well pump to work to get us water into our tank. You know, saying it all out loud like this is really making it, honestly making me a little more.
Well, I mean, that was another thing with the well, of that business transaction not going as it was supposed to. We gave them all the specs for our solar power station and what it could handle. We were told that they were ordering something that fit those parameters, and it's still not. It seems like the initial power surge, when when it kicks on, it's just too much for the power station. It just won't work. It just shorts it out. We get like an error code for the inverter or something.
Yeah.
So it's all very aggravating and annoying, and we get one thing figured out and fixed and going, and then it's another thing immediately after.
Yeah. Which is very disheartening. And I definitely see why a lot of people quit this experience very early on. I definitely have said on more than one occasion in the last couple months, I'm ready to go home. The thing with that is this is home. I don't have anywhere else to go.
I'm not ready to give up on it.
And I mean, at my heart to hearts, I'm not ready either. I
don't think this butterfly wants us to give it up either.
Butterfly is like here. There's definitely pieces of this experience that I absolutely love, and I know I would miss immediately.
The wildlife has gotten used to us, and they're coming through more often. We have so many deer now.
So many deer.
In the daytime.
And they come up close.
They huff and puff at her.
They huff and puff
at me. I haven't really seen them much.
I never knew deer made noise. I'm cooking dinner, so side story. I'm cooking dinner, and again, because it's so flippin' hot inside, so we do all of our cooking outside on the grill or the fire pit. Anyway, so I'm outside cooking dinner, and I'm hearing this, like, huff, like this aggressive huff. I don't know how to explain it. And I thought for a second it was the our neighbor has what are they?
A giant dog.
No, I meant the birds.
Oh,
I meant the birds. He has
guinea fowls.
He has guinea fowls, and I hadn't heard them yet. I knew they made a weird sound, so that's kind of what I thought they were, and they were kind of coming from his line area. So I go walking around one of our groves that we have to see if I could find what I'm thinking is this bird. And I come face to face within about 100 yards to a very large female deer, full on dead-eyeing me, mean mugging, facing me, and then start stomping at me.
I wonder if the baby was close, because we've seen babies also.
We've seen twin babies.
I bet you they were somewhere in the bushes, and she was like, "Get away. These are my kids.
I was over here. She was over there.
This is all their property."
So I just said, "Hey, look, I'm cooking dinner. I don't know what you're doing." She yelled at me again and ran off, screaming. And then another one, I'm sitting in the woods. It literally comes up behind me and starts huffing at me there. I'm sitting there, not even looking in that direction. I was looking in another direction. And it just starts laughing at me. So I don't know what that tells you. Maybe the deer don't want us here.
I wouldn't go that far.
The birds are fantastic. They're loud and constant.
Everywhere. I got
Everywhere.
stalked by an owl.
You got stalked by an owl. That's true.
He was huge. Or she. I don't know.
I think it was a barn owl when I was looking at another video. Maybe it's a barn owl. Anyway, we're not sure.
I have no idea.
It's huge.
It's big.
It was very big.
They.
Shame. So yes, all of these challenges have been very, very difficult. To one, get consistent content out. You know, it's really hard to be fun and smiling and happy and show you all these wonderful bits of this when we're freaking out. Yeah.
We're still here.
We're still here. We're still going. We have every intention to keep going. We're just tired and exhausted and worn out. I feel like I have been beaten the crap out of most of the time.
I bake on a daily basis in the sun.
Yeah.
Got a crazy tan line.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Look at
5
this.
different colors.
Look at this crazy
I don't
tan line.
think you can see it with this.
So it's so funny.
Oh, the sky's getting very dark.
Oh, yeah, we got to beat some rain again too. Hopefully it'll cool things down. Because I'm melting again. Plus side is it looks like we've lost some weight. I feel like we've lost some weight since we've moved on, which we kind of figured we would after working fairly hard. So yeah, we're trying to push through all of these challenges and trying to keep us motivated in creating content and getting our goals out there and getting our experience out there, because I feel like there's a lot of people doing this. There's a lot of people who have left their lives in the big city and coming into the middle of the woods and starting new lives. And I think that's amazing. There's definitely a need to get back to the earth. I feel like, though, there's not a lot of queer voices or female specific voices represented out there in the social sphere.
Definitely out there doing it, but not recording and sharing. I mean, I guess we're really not right now either, so.
That's true. That's true. I'm trying to...
Maybe they're dealing with the same exact stuff that we are.
That's very true. All kinds of challenges. But we're like learning about the TikToks and trying to learn how to do those things. So as we move forward, though, we still have, we have a couple building projects that we got to get done. We've been, really, Chris has been pulling a lot of wood and harvesting a lot of the bigger trees that we don't plan on keeping and using. We're going to use those as poles for our catio and our well shed, the doghouse.
Yep.
And
Well, pump house.
pump house.
That's what it's called. I just keep calling it a doghouse because I imagine something very small.
So pump house, chicken coop, and catio have to be done ASAP.
And I'm not just cutting down random trees and being one of those. Like, it's stuff that needs, like, we have a couple lining our septic system that have to come out so that the roots don't grow through it. So, taking what needs to go.
Yeah. And this has been a fairly overgrown property for well over 25 years. We actually got to meet one. Yeah, we got to meet. There's a farmer that lives like way behind us. That he said he used to farm this land about 25, 30 years ago. He brought us some corn. It was sweet. And he said corn. He grew corn on here, corn and watermelon. Which why haven't we found any wild watermelon? We found wild berries. I think they're blackberries or raspberries, one or the other. And now that the solar is up, so we're good on the solar. Our goal is to get another battery for our solar system. Um, that's going to be a hot minute.
Yeah.
If we could get that extra battery, we can upgrade the system and get the extra battery. It would help with the AC and I think the fridge situation. Maybe, hopefully.
Maybe.
We do have a shop up to help also supplement these things. As part of my goals of wanting to love witchcraft art and homesteading. I am an abstract artist and I'm maker of weird things. So we have a shop that I have a few things on right now. I just went through our container and I pulled out a whole bunch of other stuff that needs to be photographed and put on. So we will be putting that up there and getting that going. Check out our shop and help give us support. You can even buy gift cards to give to the ones you love. Yeah. Anything else, my love?
Pray for me in this job because I have to get up at dark 30 because I chose that like a dummy. But I would get done earlier in the day. That was my thinking. Work early in the day, come back, do stuff around here,
and put it to bed early.
And try to go to bed early.
Yeah.
Keyword is try, because I am not good at that at all.
We will see. We'll see how this goes. I mean, our goal, of course, is to live and work here off this homestead. Our long-term goals are for this to become an event space and for us to be able to have a home and a guest home and people to come and stay and maybe do eco tours and help with gardening or help with harvesting or ceremonies and rituals and birthdays and celebrations and just a relaxing girl weekend. You know, that's kind of what our longer term goals for that. And
the workshops.
And the workshops, lots of workshops.
Creative spaces.
Creative spaces, creative making, creative arts. And especially now that our world is where it is, art is, again, so necessary for your mental health.
We didn't even touch on that. The world in general and how crazy that is right now has definitely had an impact still on us way out here.
Absolutely.
Random thought I had.
It's a very wise thought, but it's very true. I think it kind of helped seal the deal of keeping us out of society. Yeah. And I think maybe in some ways it's also put in motion maybe things that we could do to help be better activists. Yeah. Something like that. So, yes, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for your support through our erratic postings. And erratic video postings. We're really trying to make it. We're really trying to make it through and push through all these things. So for now, we will see you laters. Let this rain come. Let me edit this and get this out.
That's the other thing that we're still having issues with is finding time to edit. And right now, you're the only one doing it. I don't know how to do it. You'll have to show me. Teach me.
And getting it uploaded, because we have to go into town if we do any kind of uploading that's longer than a few moments.
Our little hotspot is not enough.
It's not. It takes up way too much poor gigabytes. So, yeah, no internet. Yet.
Which, I mean, there's not a lot of options out here to begin with. It's all
satellite or they're like cell.
Dial-up. Isn't that what Chip told us initially?
There was a dial-up. Yes, there is a dial-up.
No.
And there's cell, like there's cell enhancement, cell
booster?
cell boosters, I think it is what it's
know.
called. I think there's a couple companies that work with like AT&T and T-Mobile, and then you use kind of like it's a cell boosting hotspot kind of thing.
Oh, and even our phone company was launching an internet service. It's not in the area, of course, because we live in the middle of nowhere.
That is very true. Very, very true. So, thank you very much. We appreciate you. So, yes, thank you very much for following along and
Patience, the engagements with the things we have been posting.
Yes, we really appreciate that.
Has been appreciated.
Your encouragement means everything to us. Sincerely. Really, really, really.
The check-ins.
The check-ins help because mental health is important. And we're alone out here. I love her very, very much.
Makes my muscles look really big.
You got big muscles. Look at those big. Oh. I love our cans. Like, look at. I mean,
they're ridiculous.
Yours is much better than mine.